And today I'm going to be talking about Apple's biggest scandal that they've had since becoming a company and when the news broke about this biggest scandal. So in 2017, it was released that Apple was updating iOS software so frequently that they were purposely slowing down iPhone battery life. We as a company have been accused of this, and we have come to the conclusion that the reason we do this and the reason we have so many iOS updates is to maximize the efficiency of your phone. So, yes, sometimes you're going to have to sacrifice a little bit of your battery life, and that's just kind of the price you have to pay to have the best software in your phone. So, the consumers that we had of our products, we're seeing that this was not a fair treatment, and if they're going to pay for a product, it should not have slow battery life. So, we, Apple, came back with a rebuttal, and we said that we, over time, have given many tips and tricks to avoid shortness of battery life. So tip number one being update your phone. It's always the biggest thing, updating your software, updating your iPhone if it's very old, things like that. Second thing would be to avoid extreme hot and cold temperatures. iPhones are typically better working when they're in between a temperature of 60 to 75 degrees. So if you're in a 10-degree cold weather, 110-degree hot weather, it's not going to be the best for your iPhone, which is why they get like the cold temperature alerts and the hot temperature alerts, just to warn you that if you want to use your phone, you shouldn't be in those temperatures using it because it's not the best for it. And the third thing that we've said is removing your case when you charge your phone, because when you charge your phone heats up a lot, and if you have a big plastic case or anything bulky on it, it just creates extra heat and it heats up the back of the phone, and it could always like melt the battery, melt the phone, things like that. Not very likely, but it creates heat, and phone doesn't like heat. So biggest thing, iPhone upgrades. So if you have an iPhone, you typically want to only keep it 2, 3, 4 years max. A lot of people, they don't want to upgrade their phone. They don't like the new designs, things like that. But you're not going to get the best out of your iPhone if it's not up to date, because an older iPhone, like an iPhone 4, isn't equipped to handle what an iPhone 8 and an iPhone 10 can do now. So that's just the biggest thing we say is upgrade your phone. It'll be the best thing for you. Yes, it costs money, but in the long run, you'll be glad you did because your phone will work better and your battery will be better. So a little bit continued. So as you can see, the overall battery life of iPhones measures up to other competing brands. So our biggest competitor is Samsung and their Galaxies. But as you can see from this chart that iPhones have the best battery life, the 8, the 8 Plus, the 7, the 6. They're all the best, and we only want the best for our customers. So that's about it for me. I'm going to let my rest of my team members tell you about the solution and the recommendations that we've given to our consumers when they're not pleased with their battery life.
Hi, I'm Anna, and I'm functioning as the Vice President of Finance for this Apple crisis, and I'm going to be talking about our solutions and how we're going to accomplish them. Most importantly, we need to rebuild our consumer trust, because this has been, they doubt now. Every time we have an update, they're going to wonder, like, is it going to bother and affect the battery life of my iPhone? Because I don't want that, so should I not get the updates? But in the end, the updates are better. So to accomplish some trust, we're going to work on better transparency, more clarity. When they're getting an update, they're going to know exactly what's going to happen to their phone. We're going to request signatures to make sure that they know what's happening. But I think most importantly for our consumers, they pay a lot of money for these Apple products, and so we have some repayment options that we think are going to help them feel a little bit more at ease with how much they pay for our products, and to help them know that we do want them to function at the best possible level. Our first option, we're going to offer replacement batteries at a fraction of the price, 75% off, so it's going to be roughly $20 for a complete battery replacement. And this is good because it doesn't matter who they purchased their iPhone from. If they purchased it from their cell phone provider, it will still work. They can still get the replacement, and their phone should start functioning better. The charge should hold longer. We think they'll be really happy with it. But according to Forbes and Chuck Jones, there are 519 million potential iPhones that have been sold and may need a battery replacement. So we would lose a lot of money on this. And that's on top of what the Financial Review suspects is 16 million loss on not getting our upgrades. So we're worried that if we just give out all of these battery replacements, people are going to be even more discouraged to upgrade their iPhones. And we didn't just come up with an iPhone 8 and an iPhone 10 for people to not buy them. So we've come up with a second repayment option that we think is going to encourage our customers to upgrade their iPhones. What we're going to do is we're going to give affected phone buyers a special deal where if they would like to purchase an iPhone 7 through 10, they will receive 20% off if they trade in their old iPhone that is undamaged with the exception of the lower functioning battery. Now it's a great deal, but unfortunately, if our consumers, if they purchase through AT&T or Verizon, we can't offer them this deal because they didn't buy their phone from us, so we can't take their trade-in and give them a new one because their phone is locked by the company. So that's going to be, if they bought their phone through AT&T or Verizon, they're going to want to use that first repayment option, but otherwise we think this second one will really encourage the sales of our new iPhone products, and our customers are going to remember what we did for them, and also they're going to have the best phones that is on the market. So next we're going to talk more about our transparency and how we're going to work on trust.